Hey everybody, happy Friday to one and all. Kyle, Gio, whoever else is out there, Nikki B, John Orloff, Rebecca Sparks. Is it Rebecca Sparks? It's not Rebecca Sparks. Who sings the Friday song?
Rebecca Black.
Rebecca Black, dang it. Jordan Sparks, wherever you are. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the LPTV Disney Morning Show. Hi, Gio. Hi, Nikki B. Denzel. Don't often see you here. Thanks for joining us this morning. And Rich, good to see you back as always. By the way, if you're going to Disneyland, Disney World, Disney Cruise, give Rich a line. Give Rich an email. Give Rich a call through MEI Travel. Request Rich Ostry. He'll take care of you. Say, I know you from your frequent appearances on the Laughing Place Disney Morning Show. That would be great. Maybe we could get MEI to give us a special little sponsorship here. Wouldn't that be pretty awesome?
That would be very awesome.
That would be very awesome. All right, I'm Doobie Mosley, co-founder here at Laughing Place. That's Kyle Burbank, the managing editor. How you doing, Kyle?
I'm doing pretty well. How about you?
Good. You happy for a Friday?
I am. So this weekend will be the first weekend that we don't have Rigby's class, and I'm not driving back and forth to Marceline. So that's good. And also, today is my 10-year engage-anniversary.
Not a thing.
Okay.
I mean, that's a thing until you get married, and then it's supplanted. No,
Just sharing. Okay, well then I'll talk to you again in October.
Sorry, this is for me.
Trying to tell you something sweet, and you're just like, nope.
I should not poo-poo on your engage-anniversary. Congratulations. Because without the engage-anniversary, there would be no wedding anniversary. So I should not poo-poo. So how did you engage?
So how did you engage? My in-laws' anniversary was 2 days ago. Then yesterday was my brother-in-law's and sister-in-law's anniversary, and then today's my engagement anniversary, and then tomorrow's my sister-in-law's birthday. So I went out to Ohio for Becca's brother's wedding. And that's when I met the family for the first time and asked for their blessing, which turned into a whole because this was their first time meeting me, obviously. So this was a 5-hour conversation through, no, we're not crazy. We really did think this through.
Not a mere formality. This was legit.
No. Yeah.
That's awesome. Did she know that the question pop was coming?
Yeah, because she was part of the 5-hour. Well, we talked about beforehand, but she was also part of the 5-hour interview.
Did you pass, or did you have to run away and get married without their approval?
No, we got the approval, and then we got engaged at their house, and then we had our wedding in October with just like 13 people in Vegas.
Just the way every girl grows up dreaming about.
Yep, live streamed on the internet.
Cool. My engage anniversary is sometime in August. Now I will have to look it up, and then I'll tell my story. Also,
if your engage anniversary were the same day as LP's launching.
It was not. But yes, that would be very funny. August 1st is LP. I remember LP's anniversary. I don't remember my engage anniversary. But I do remember our wedding anniversary. That's more important. And hello, Evil Queen, the Equalizer. Thank you for joining us. Wow, it's like doing Disney Trivia Live at 9 in the morning. This is fun. All right, we're going to get started today, the way we get started every day, with a look at the numbers. Kyle, yesterday we were, 92, something like that. What do you think we are today?
Let's go with down.
Let's go with down. Let's go with sadly correct. Oh. It is down. So I wanted to show something. I was curious because yesterday we were talking about what was Disney's high. And when was it? Their high was 197.16. I believe that was the high, maybe. When you do a 5-year thing, you can't choose every single date. This is the highest one I saw. 197.16 on March 12th, 2021, which means they're down more than 50% in just over 2 years, which is pretty big for a company like this that we consider to be a nice, healthy company. It's not like they're on their way to, obscurity or something. So I was curious, maybe that's just the market as a whole that's been down over that period. So I actually went and did some research here. And so the blue line here is Disney, and the yellow line is the S&P 500. And you can see, no, it's not the market as a whole that's down. The market as a whole is actually up a little bit over that same period, and Disney is, again, down over 50%. And in fact, over the past 5 years, And I don't think of Disney having issues over the past 5 years, but going all the way back to 2018, Disney is down about 2% from this point 5 years ago, whereas the market as a whole is up about 11%.
This is why we need someone like Nelson Peltz to come in and show them what's what.
And this company is actually floundering a bit, isn't it, Kyle?
Yeah, it's not great.
It's not great. Really, like I said, I don't think of Disney as a company in trouble, a company that, has lost its way overall. There are little dinks and dunks there, but looking at the big picture, come on, Bob, let's get this thing fixed. Get back on track. Okay, let's get to the Friday edition.
Let's see what he has to say.
Hello, good morning, and happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to today's LP Disney Weather Report. Earlier today, I was reminiscing on my history with Doobie. Most people don't realize that our connection goes back a ways, even before I was on this show. You remember, right, Doobie? You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. When I met you, I picked you out, I shook you up and turned you around, turned you into someone new. Now 5 years later on, you've got the world at your feet. Success has been so easy for you. But don't forget it's me who put you where you are now, and I can put you back down too. Let's get to the weather. Anaheim will be partly cloudy today with a high of 72 that will feel like, 72. Walt Disney World will break 90 degrees today, with scattered thunderstorms expected to begin this evening and could last into the night. So basically, Mike is getting the full Florida experience, even if he doesn't appreciate it. Castaway Cay is in for a not-so-great day with thunderstorms and even heavy thunderstorms in the forecast into the evening tonight. Nevertheless, the heat index will be in the 90s. Disneyland Paris is currently 84 and sunny and will once again stay above 70 for the rest of the night. Tokyo will be overcast tomorrow and make it up to 78 degrees. Additionally, showers are expected to move in beginning around 9 p.m. Shanghai will be sunny for most of the day tomorrow, but isolated thunderstorms could pop up for a spell in the early afternoon. It will be 92 on paper, but that will feel closer to 100. Lastly, Hong Kong will see scattered and isolated thunderstorms on and off throughout the day tomorrow, but will have some dry time. The high is 87, which will feel like 98. With that, another week of LP Disney weather updates comes to a close. I'm really looking forward to a lazy weekend, but be sure to at least catch DTL tomorrow night as we answer trivia questions about the future. Or something. I don't know. Doobie could have nixed that plan. It's much too late to find when you think you've changed your mind. You'd better change it back or we will both be sorry. Bye for now.
So threatening.
Oh my god!
Threat.
I like trying to, how fast can I recognize when he started doing the song, and can I recognize the song? That's a pretty iconic opening. So working as a waitress at a cocktail bar, dead giveaway. And I like the way everyone in the chat recognized it too. That's a great song. Human League. My favorite Human League song, one I don't think people have even heard of. No, I love Fascination, but see, now I'm not even sure what it's called. That's not going to stop me from bringing the show to a halt and finding out. I think it's just called Louise. Yeah, it's called Louise. Have you heard of it? Hello, Louise. Remember? I love that song. Okay, enough 80s music. Let's go to 80s movies and go to Raiders of the Lost Ark. Check out that segue. And Den of Destiny has opened at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Kyle, first of all, the thing that's been dominating our morning Slack, what do you think of the name of this shop?
Well, are you just setting me up for my joke that I made?
Yes.
Oh, I said I like a little Calvinism with my cocktails.
Like, that is the kind of highbrow humor that goes right over my head, to be honest. I'm going to do a wiki, Calvinism. So this is opened at Disney's Hollywood Studios. It opened, we were wondering where it is. There it is. It's the shop that was already at Indiana Jones, right next to the Stunt Spectacular. Because they were talking about the drinks they were having, but it's mostly a shop, right? Is it a shop or just like a museum?
It should be in a museum. I think I didn't really look, but I imagine that it's drinks, and it seems like they have some props and stuff on display. I'm sure they'll still sell you something if you want. But,
so yeah, it's a lot of props on display, but I don't see any merchandise, just props. And then at the back, you can see at the back of this picture, there's like a bar, and that's where you can buy the libations.
Can we address something? If you watched yesterday's show, you might be confused because we said that this opened on June 30th, and we showed a picture that even said that this thing was going to be open starting June 30th. Turns out Disney screwed up. It opened today. I don't know why. The movie opens June 30th, so I don't. That might have been why they had it on the placemat that we saw there. But yeah, open today, and it will be open through August, I think. Is that correct?
So,
or I'm just making things up?
You know, you can just say it and then not put it on me to see if you're correct. I'm not sure. Luke, you're out there. Let us know when this thing closes. So there is a merchandise display, but it points you to Keystone Clothiers to buy. Okay, so this is just a museum and a bar. Go check it out to see some really cool props from Indiana Jones. Get a drink, and then the props will look even cooler on your way out. And let's see what the drinks are. They've got the green tea, non-alcoholic, the adventurous margarita, and the weathered fedora, which I saw some people trying on the Twitter, not our people. Mike would never drink on duty, but if you want
at 10 a.m.
But other people have. So if you want to see what people think of that, just go to Twitter, check it out. And that is the Den of Destiny. We have a special guest here that was not quite expected, but it should have been because I should have thought about it. But let's bring on Rebecca Mosley. Hi, Rebecca.
Hey, honey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing? You like my new shirt?
I do. A very thoughtful person probably purchased that for you.
Yeah, good. So, Rebecca, first of all, before we talk about where you are and why why we are having you on this morning, what do you think of the name Den of Destiny?
I'm not a big fan. It's rather foreboding, I feel, but I think it's just because den. There's something about den.
I think of
Like
the sunken living room.
Yeah, when I hear Den, I think of Brady Bunch. That's my first thought.
Oh, see, I think of den of iniquity, but that's maybe because I had a lot of Bible school growing up.
Yeah, you're like thinking the Lion's Den and all that stuff. No, chill out. We're just talking where Mike gets his work done.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, hon, where are you? Why are you? What's going on?
I am in beautiful Dayton, Ohio, because this weekend, beginning tonight actually, is Dayton Disneyana. It is a really exciting event here. Here, let me flip the camera around so I can kind of start to show you, because preparations are underway. If you are in the area of Dayton, please come by, because this weekend we are raising funds for a local charity. And let's see if I get this.
That didn't work.
Sorry about that. She'll be back. Yeah, she's in Dayton, Disneyana. Nope, she's in Dayton, Ohio, at Dayton, Disneyana. And
You got a fancy step and repeat. I mean, that's pretty legit.
Sorry. They are raising money for a local charity shed with, as she said, hey, she's almost back, with a show and sale where you go see people selling cool, like very cool Disney merchandise, decent prices. They're also having some special guests there giving presentations, which I'm sure she'll tell us about. And she has returned. Let's bring Rebecca back on. Okay.
So, like I say, sorry, we are raising money here for a local charity that helps supplement the food program for kids who get food at school. This group helps to provide food for them, like over the weekend or during school break. And we have a variety of auctions this weekend. Tonight, we kick it off with something we call the e-ticket auction. And what happens is, see these tables? You have items here that have been categorized A through E. And if you see something you like, then you can purchase a ticket and it'll go in this little bag. And then you have a chance it's an opportunity drawing for that item. And items kind of range in value. And so the ticket prices change depending on whether it's an A or an E. If you're an oldie like me, you remember when Disney parks used to be that way. And then over here is our vendor room. And this will Saturday morning. And all these tables are going to be filled with beautiful Disney items. We've got pin trading folios, if you need those, various collectibles. We've got tables with lounge fly. All kinds of Disney items are going to be here at the Disneyana Marketplace here at Dayton Disneyana this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And then across the hall, so not only do we have these various auctions, these tables are eventually going to become pin trading spots. We've got pin trading happening 24/7, beginning this evening, Friday evening. And in the hallway right here, across the hall right here, this is where we're going to have a few presentations. And I'm super, super excited. I would flip the camera around, but I'm scared I'm going to shut myself off again. So I'll just show you the logo. So if you want to go back to you guys, actually, we're having hired Imagineers come and talk about their careers at Disney. Peggy Ferris and Ellie Erlinson are going to be talking about their experiences as female Imagineers. Ellie was actually one of the first licensed architect Imagineers. I believe that's the correct terminology there at Imagineering. And Peggy was among the team that helped to showcase Walt Disney World as it was under development. She was one of that team. She also was part of the development team for Spaceship Earth. She was part of the Disney Gallery when it first launched there at Disneyland. So she's got about 50 years that she's going to be sharing with us in this hall over here, where we're also having our live auction on Saturday night. And those are the items you're seeing now. These are the items that will be part of the live auction.
So I love presentations, and I wish I was there to see the Imagineering presentation. But what I lament is the lack of presentations on my favorite part of Disney, which is the Disney Cruise Line. Any chance they can help us there?
Oh, you're too sweet. I'm actually going to be sharing our family's experiences aboard the Disney Cruise Line. It's constantly award-winning, and I know a lot of Disney fans aren't necessarily cruise types or would rather spend the time in the theme park. So I thought it'd be fun to share some of what our experiences are, so that way everybody can know more about what makes the Disney Cruise Line special. So I'm actually going to be talking about that on Saturday. So once again, I hope if you're in the Dayton area that you'll come by Dayton Disneyana. You can go to DaytonDisneyana.org for more information, or look for their Facebook group. That's where we have the most dynamic information and updates happening.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks, Rebecca. Now I know why you weren't in my bed last night. And I hope you guys have a lot of fun out there with this, and a lot of success for a wonderful cause.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Bye. That was Rebecca Mosley, my wife, in Dayton, Ohio, joining us to promote Dayton Disneyana, a wonderful, wonderful cause. The person who puts it on is a woman named Anita, Rebecca's best friend, and a really, truly wonderful person. So, and does all this on her own free time for this charity and to make a lot of people happy. So please do support that, DaytonDisneyana.org. Okay, let's get to Groot. So we talked about this earlier when it was Disney confirmed that there was some play testing happening for the I Am Groot, that's not I Am Groot, but Baby Groot, cool animatronic. And now Disney has actually put out a video showing some of that play testing. Let us check that video out. That's not it. There we go.
Who's behind door number 1? What's up, buddy?
We're a storytelling company, so we want to bring these characters to life in the most authentic way possible. For us, that means a walking robotic actor that has a tightly integrated design and a compact platform that can not only move and gesture, but to really emote in style. In this playtest, Groot and Star-Lord have a dance-off with the audience. Now that sounds simple, but we wanted to test the entire ecosystem of this technology and how to integrate it into a full guest experience.
I work with live entertainment, and there we sort of partner with Imagineering, and here we're showing for the first time ever a really new way to see Groot that our guests have never experienced before. The playtest has been amazing. I mean, better than I could have hoped for. I mean, ideally we want guests to get excited, but this is one of the first time I've seen guests get visibly excited, adults, kids. I mean, it really is kind of shocking what they get to see, and I think they're understanding how sort of unique and fun this is and what a game changer it is. I think our park guests really love to engage with these characters up close and personal. They love to look them in the eye, they love to be able to make a connection. they're seeing this wonderfully lovable character they've known for years in the films, but now they get to experience him up close, and they're getting to see him do things he's never known just do in front of us, dance, move around and groove and walk around near us. I see that sort of excitement in everybody's eyes that they just feel like, am I really seeing this? Or is this some kind of CGI? I always think, what would 10-year-old Michael want to see? And this is the kind of thing 10-year-old Michael would have loved to see.
Love you, mean it, Guardians. Out.
Cast
Pretty nifty. Those were cast members. Clearly, they weren't even trying to hide it. But
Well, you have your badge on your thing, and you got like the Radiator Springs outfit.
But they have been testing it with actual guests. That is for sure. Pretty cool looking. Have you ever? This one thing he said I can't get. Have you ever seen something in person and wondered, is that CGI?
No.
Okay, that was weird. But yeah,
I wish as far as like the movements are kind of awesome. As far as the setup of the show, very different. But I miss Osimo.
Is he gone? They don't do that anymore?
No, the entire Innoventions is gone. It's a lounge now. Unless Osimo's hanging out in the DVC lounge. I don't know if he's a member.
Maybe.
I have a question.
Yeah.
When Rebecca says they have pin trading 24/7, does that mean, is that just dependent on whether people are willing to trade pins at 3 a.m? Or
Yeah, I mean, the hotel is open. The tables are there 24/7. The hotel is open 24/7. I know pin traders. I suspect they have pin trading 24/7. They're a crazy lot. I was at the media event for Osimo, who knows when, in my mind about 3 years ago, but I'm guessing it was longer, at Disneyland, way back when. That was
such a weird like little theater that they built there. I felt like, let's just annex this corner and make some bleachers in here.
But it was mind-blowing seeing Osimo for the first time.
Yeah, he runs upstairs and runs across the thing. Don't they have like I think they have a something supposed to like honor Osimo sort of in Autopia. You can see a robot that looks like Osimo.
Oh, I thought it was Osimo. It's not Osimo?
It probably
like
is,
Osimo?
but I'm saying like
Okay. Yeah, they definitely do an Autopia over at Disneyland.
I can't remember the
Autotopia.
last time I rode Autopia.
Is there something that bothers you more than people saying
Autotopia?
Autotopia? No,
Nope, that's the worst.
That is the worst. Agreed, 100%. Right, so that is Baby Groot. Hopefully, more people get to see him. Oh, Denzel. I have a random question that I don't want to ask during the quizzes because I don't want to put him on the spot. Does Gideon aspire to be an Imagineer? First of all, what a wonderful person you are for not putting Gideon on the spot like that. To the best of my knowledge, no, Gideon does not aspire to be an Imagineer. He does have aspirations because he's an adult, a human being. But you know what? I don't know. If I ask Gideon, what do you want to do when you grow up? I'm not sure what his current answer is. I know what it was when he was like 6. He wanted to be a builder. But he probably knows right now that's not an actual job title. But if I ask him if he wanted to be a Imagineer, I'm pretty sure he'd say his answer is no. So,
He knows
that's
the
a
real
great
money from
question.
freelancing and consulting.
Is he home now? Oh, he should be. Let me see. I'm going to ask Gideon right now behind the scenes so he's not on the spot. John O wants to know. When you
Wait,
grow
who's
up,
John O?
you want to- Sorry. Denzel Washington wants to know. Denzel Washington wants to know. Okay. Hopefully I get an answer for you soon. Not on the spot. He can do it comfortably outside of the camera. Thank you again for that consideration. That's very nice. Okay, moving on. You're the Marvel guy. I'm going to let you take this story in its entirety.
So yesterday, Marvel launched a website. It was like the invasionsbegun.com or something like that. And they were also tweeted some images that they then were deleting, I guess. Mac was the one keeping on top of this. But he was able to piece together that, figure out what the password for this site was. And then once you get the password, then you get to watch what is essentially like a clip from kind of like something that they show at like a junket where they have like, a clip that kind of turns into a sizzle reel trailer at the end. But it was pretty cool. I'm glad he figured it out because I was not on top of this at all. But it was a pretty cool little reveal that you get once you figure it out. I don't know did he include the password in there?
I'm looking right now.
Or maybe he included the photos that you could at least put it together.
Yeah, let's just do that. That's probably easier. There you go.
So yeah, as you can see here, it ends with 7S. And yeah,
They're doing a lot of marketing for the Secret Invasion thing. I'm getting really excited for this one. I'm sure you are too, Marble Boy.
D3. I think I probably have the password in my Slack notifications if you need it. But yeah. Then yeah, you watch this scene with I forget Agent whatever his name is.
If you have the password, I'd love it.
Let me get that for you. Let me hook you up.
In the meantime, Denzel, we have an answer from Gideon. His answer is possibly, followed by, but my first goal is right up. So why aim here when you can aim here?
Seriously.
That is a stepping stone. So there you go. TIL, what my son wants to do for a living is be a write-up. No, nothing wrong with that. It's like what a lot of his family does, and frankly, what I'd like to do someday.
Which does he want to be like one of the thrill ride ones, or just like a fantasy land where you're just like button, bye button?
So we've entered our password, which is a random series of characters, and this is what we get.
But yeah, it's like a full scene. There might be some mild language I don't recall.
So I feel like we should help out our audience. I'm not going to play the whole thing here. But if you want to go see it, shh. Here's the password. Putting it in the chat right now. Don't share it. Disney does not want you to see this. That was kind of cool. All right, next we're going to Paris. We've done a lot of internet. We may have had international parks all week this week, every day this week. This comes from our good friend Edith Galvin from Down Under, Ireland.
Yeah, this is what she was telling me about yesterday during yesterday's show, during their Pass Anywhere Showtime, which is a performance they do that also announces some news. They announced some new merchandise, including some stuff called for the collections being called Worlds of Pixar. That's also the name of one of the lands in Walt Disney Studios Park, and this will tie in with the new show that we talked about yesterday that's coming called Together. So I like that Spirit jersey there with the characters on the arm and things like that. I have so many Spirit jerseys, and most of them are from Disneyland Paris. And if I was going, then that would be another one that might just make the collection. And they also have some attraction-specific merchandise collections coming up. So here we have a Pirates of the Caribbean one. There's also one for It's a Small World, which just reopened there a month or so ago. And then Phantom Manor, which is probably the coolest one because, as everyone knows, that ride is amazing. That's their version. It even has their own tea. Like, that's pretty cool. That on the right there for the Phantom one. There's that little purple tin on the right. That's tea. I know that because I have other ones that look just like that. And then this is Tower of Terror, which is another ride that is a bit unique there. It has a different storylines and some random drop sequences. And I think there's, Big Thunder is the last of those. So those collections are coming out as well. And then I think there was a couple other smaller things.
Well, yes. Come on, Autotopia.
Yes, and Autopia, these attraction keys that they've been doing that are better than the ones that Disney Store used to have, but still not my favorite thing. And there's also one for Le Voyage de Pinocchio.
And then they've also got some food stuffs going on in Paris. I guess people like to eat in France.
Yeah, even though the park is not known for for its culinary treats, they do have a couple of items coming out, I think, in connection with the Pixar show. This looks like a Radiator Springs chocolate treat.
I think this is
vanilla
Toy
ice cream,
Story.
dark chocolate coating, raspberry and mango slivers, and 3 chocolate balls, is what it says. And then there's also a Toy Story themed one.
Yep.
And here's an eclair, a Buzz Lightyear eclair. And is that actually, what is the other thing?
It looks like a corn dog with mustard.
It looks
and
like a
ketchup.
corn dog, but I don't know
But
if
it's, it could be one of those food
it's not
things
a
like we
hot
just
dog,
saw.
it's an eclair.
No, it is a slinky corn dog made with beef sausage and corn fritter dough. So there you go. An actual corn dog, unlike that thing we saw from Disney.
It's a corn dog and an eclair, not a corn dog eclair this time.
How does that song go again?
Eclair, 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 eclair. It's not a hot dog, it's an eclair. And the chips are actually cookies or something like that. Or the French fries are actually.
That was so funny. All right, next up, we've got a Father's Day gift guide from Disney Parks blog. The reason I show this is not because I want to go through it, but in case my family is watching, give you what I might want for Father's Day. So let me just scroll through here. Nope. Not that I would complain about any of these, but this is the collection I like right here. I'm a big fan of this tie. I can't remember the last time I needed to wear a tie, but if I did, I like this tie a lot. I don't believe
Wear that
I've
tie
ever
with your
worn.
Roosevelt shirt.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever worn cufflinks in my life, but this will give me reason to wear cufflinks. So these are the things I like.
I don't think
My
I even know
Roosevelt
how to
shirt-
wear cufflinks.
And my Roosevelt shirt is short sleeve, so pretty sure that does not accommodate cufflinks, but I like this collection here. So
Wear a
there you go,
bracelet
family.
with a cufflink on.
Do they make bracelets just to accommodate cufflinks?
If they don't, then we're starting that company and going on Shark Tank.
No one remember that. Bracelet for
Flashy
cufflinks.
thingy.
I know. I don't.
Things we're keeping secret. That idea and the password for the site.
Okay. Foodie guide. You ready for a foodie guide, Kyle?
Yeah, remember, do you want me to play the intro?
So this will be shorter than our normal foodie guides because Kyle and I don't eat anything. So we're just gonna look through and see what looks good. Play the intro.
Custom edition.
Up above me, we have Kyle, who is really, really, really picky, and me, who is not that picky, other than the fact that I'm a vegetarian. Let's talk about what is
You know
the
what
reason
we
for
should
this.
do? Sometime you should have me and Luke on, and we can have a pick-off, which incidentally is what we end up doing with a lot of our food.
I don't understand being that. Whatever. Not my place. Why? It's just food. It's a place, time for adventure.
Here's the thing. I didn't order my plan burgers plain as a kid. My mother must have done that, so I blame her.
You're probably right. And frankly, we've raised a picky kid too, so who am I to talk?
Yeah, he gets his McDonald's on X day and Chick-fil-A on the next day.
All right, so the question is, why is this foodie guide coming out? What are we celebrating?
Next week is they're celebrating halfway to the holidays. So there'll be some other announcements. I'm sure we'll get the announcements of holiday parties at the parks like we do for halfway to Halloween. But they're going to have some special treats at the parks and I think on the cruise line and stuff too. So lots of fun, including first thing I see a Santa hat and a Santa face.
That?
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you do this foodie guide. I'm just going to show you stuff, Kyle, tell you what it is, and you say yay or nay.
Okay, sounds good. I first of all, I think they bit that font from Prep and Landing.
It looks like a Prep and Landing, actually.
Or half and
All right, here we've got eggnog, slush, and Mickey gingerbread.
Mickey gingerbread. I'm probably good with eggnog. Does not sound appetizing to me at all.
Really?
Never had it. Never planned it.
Are you serious? You've never had eggnog?
No.
You've
The word
never-
egg is in it already.
Oh my! Eggnog is so yummy. It's like milk, but thicker. There's a thickness to it. It's almost like you're eating it.
You're not selling it well. I've never drank milk. Like, I wish this was thicker.
And then it's got a sweetness to it, and then you often like a nutmeg or a cinnamon or something. Oh, how do you not like eggnog? Okay, first of all, whoever did this foodie guide and put the captions under all the pictures, thank you so much. You made this job a lot easier. Next up, we've got the gingerbread man macaron.
I don't really care for macarons that much.
Show it. Sorry about that. There you go.
No, you're fine. Yeah, I don't love macarons. I like the way they look, but and I've had them in France too. So I mean, if they're not good there, then I don't know.
All right, over here then, looks like we're at Grand Floridian. We've got the brownie treetop and the ginger snap cookie.
I think I'm in favor of both of these.
Okay, we finally found something Kyle likes.
I think I'm more
Denzel
partial
agrees.
to the brownie thing. That looks really good, and then the cookie looks interesting.
Denzel Washington says eggnog good. Kyle bad, I believe is the
Yeah.
next line there.
I am the opposite of eggnog. That is how it works.
We've got a collage of halfway to the holiday treats aboard the Disney Cruise Line ships. So, no details here. So, which one looks cutest to you?
I mean, it's a reindeer with the tongue. I think that's what everyone wants in life, right?
I agree. The reindeer tongue thing. So that's it. This is a short foodie guide. That's all
The
we
Santa
got.
on top of the cupcake. I props for design. I like the look of that cookie.
That is the Happy Santa cupcake, celebration cupcake with vanilla frosting and Christmas sprinkles.
No mention of the Santa. Is it a sugar cookie or is it just chocolate? I don't know.
That's a good question. The reindeer sipper that you see there with the tongue is going to be on all. I started to say all 4 ships. There are 5. What is it not on? Apparently, it's not on the Dream, according to this. So all the ships except the Dream, starting between the 10th and the 15th
One
of
of them in
June.
Europe. Is that not going to bother shipping them over there?
I guess that's why. Yeah, that's exactly why. So it looks like about a week on each ship. The dates vary, and the Christmas rotating tin popcorn bucket, again, those same 4 ships, as well as the holiday stainless steel tumbler on those same 4 ships. So if you're on the Disney Dream, bah humbug to you. But you're in Europe, so stop complaining. And the popcorn holder, yes, that was Disney Cruise Line as well. Chio. So there you go. But if it doesn't sell, you never know where you'll find it. Next up, the Evil Stuff gift shop opened at Universal Studios. We took a quick look at it yesterday with Universal's pictures. I don't believe Disney owns them. But who got to go out there and take these pictures for us? Do you know, Kyle?
I think Mac voluntarily sent these in, perhaps when he wasn't even working. Could be wrong about it. That's just so much stuff happens in a day. I don't remember.
Tell the union if it was while he wasn't working. So here's a look inside that shop. This is, of course, on our website. You can get much more detail. Lots of Minion stuff. Kyle is a Minion hater. He has no interest in any of this.
I didn't say that.
Pretty sure you did. So,
there's a same thing with like Orange Bird. Just saying it's overrated, a little overplayed. Doesn't mean I don't like it. Just means that like let's pump the brakes a bit.
Okay. What I heard. Fun store. All right, next up, Kyle. We had someone write an article for us, someone named Gavin Doyle, who I got to hang out with in New Orleans, and he's a nice guy. I liked him a lot. He wrote an article called 7 Walt Disney World Mistakes to Avoid on Your Trip. So, you being a trip-going expert, me with some experience too. Do you think this is a legit list? Actually, I need to show it. Sleeping.
Do you mean to put the link in comments or in private chat?
Oh.
Sorry to throw off your flow. I was just like, is he sending this to me for a reason? And I'm like,
no.
Actually, probably wanted to share it.
That's where it meant to be. All right, so how much do you think this is a mistake people make as I go through these 7? Sleeping in. Is that a big mistake, sleeping in?
I'd say you should not sleep in all of the days. I say it's a mistake to try to kill yourself by doing open to close every day. But I do think that, yes, you want to get up at a rope drop at least some of the days you're at Walt Disney World, depending on how many days you're there.
Getting to plan for travel time.
Yes, that if you're used to park hopping at the Disneyland Resort, do not expect that experience at Walt Disney World.
Not making advanced dining reservations.
I'm usually a table or counter service guy, so this one doesn't really affect me all that much. But from what I hear, I know, especially with the dining plan coming back, this will be very important once again, starting next year.
All right, this is one I know that you make this mistake often. Choosing fashion over comfort.
I don't. I guess I do because I don't like wearing shorts. Although, as you got to see me wearing shorts for the first time in a very long time, because we went for our LP retreat in August, and while y'all were riding Dinosaur, I was standing there texting Max saying, "Dude, can you hook me up with some shorts? I can't do this. My pants are sticking to me."
Hard to choose comfort over fashion and show off those Kyle legs. Forgetting to take an afternoon break. Is that a key thing?
So Yeah, I mean, this is something I would totally do at California. I think at Walt Disney World, it's a little bit more complicated depending on where you're staying. But in theory, even if you don't go back to your hotel room, yeah, I'm a big fan of an afternoon break and nap, even.
Geo says, depending on the person, you can rope drop to close every day. Geo does.
That's why he's holding double coffees in his.
That's a good point. I just don't get the fun in that, but whatever. All right, so this one, yeah. Become overwhelmed by long lines and crowds, meaning not choosing the right time of year to go.
Yeah.
That might be number one. That's a mistake. It's that one you can't really overcome with any of the other tips.
Does he have going in the summer just as a general thing? Don't subject yourself to that. Not recommended. I mean, unless you're Doobie, if you're a camel.
I love it. That's when the weather's good. And then finally, either under planning or over planning your trip.
Yeah, and I mean, this is kind of the fault of Disney, kind of the whiplash of going from having to plan everything 3 to 6 months in advance to now not being able to plan your day until you're there in the park. That's why they're trying to get back to a happy medium. But personally, I'm more of the wing it. I mean, especially because I've been there a lot. It's different than if you're going on a once in a lifetime trip versus the way that I go to the parks. But yeah, hopefully we get back or we get to something where you'll be able to plan what you want in advance, but not over schedule.
Such a wing it person that even having to make a park reservation is like too much planning for me. Even like, 2 days before. I just like to wake up and decide, what are we going to do today? And go do it. And whatever gets done, because I still think of it as a vacation. Obviously, it helps. I used to live there, and I've been there a million times, but that is how I like to vacation. All right, one more thing before we get to some cool parts of our show, and that is Who's the Boss? Mike Celestino's latest edition of Who's the Boss is now available on your favorite podcast player. You also can get it via the link I just gave you. Fun episode where he talks to Alex Rife of Laughing Place, but he also talks to Jamal Avery Jr., who was a voice on Young Jedi Adventures. So very cool of Mike to get that opportunity. Go check out Who's the Boss podcast for that. Is your latest Acts of Life available on podcast?
That's a great question. I should ask Mac, make sure he posted that. Or if he's listening.
You guys do those live, but you also have a podcast, Acts of Life.
I'll ask him later. He's on his way to New York this evening. What's going
up there?
Well, I think he's going to a wedding, but then he's going to Tribeca Film Festival, covering Stan Lee. They just released a new trailer for that. He's seeing that documentary, and I think maybe Elemental is playing there as well.
They released a new trailer.
100% remember.
You mentioned the Stan Lee documentary trailer. I feel like I should show that.
We can do that.
Yeah, just released a new Stan Lee documentary trailer. Oh, let's get that queued real quick.
So yeah, this is a documentary about Disney legend Stan Lee. Obviously, one of the people behind the start of Marvel and known for making cameos in so many movies, like this one.
A Plus on June 16th. Watch.
Look great, Hef.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a camera wrap on the creator of Iron Man, Mr. Stan Lee.
Hi, I'm Stan Lee, editor of the Marvel Comics group of superhero comic magazines.
We didn't have any money. It was during the Depression, but I would read everything I could get my hands on. And man, I felt as though I could go anywhere. What I tried to do was write the kind of stories I would want to read.
Our superheroes are the kind of people that you or I would be if we had a superpower.
It's really a religious crusade, I like to think.
Stan was always an upbeat person. I never saw him angry.
There are so many bad things in the world. that if you can entertain somebody for a while, it's a good thing. If you really want to change things and make them better, you've got to plunge in.
That looks like fun.
Coming to Disney Plus June 16th.
Watch it while you can.
Watch it. We're both going to the same place.
That's what it should say at the bottom. You're like, you don't know what we're capable of.
I think Mac is going to love that. Looking forward to that review. All right, let us get to our first pocket pick of the day. I was happy to see this. There is a vlogger called Theme Park Express, and I've watched quite a few of his cruise videos. He takes cruises with his girlfriend all over the place. Does some very interesting, very honest reviews. And he got engaged. They're on an Alaska cruise right now, and he proposed to her up there. So, congratulations. I wish I knew his name. Unfortunately, don't. I just know them as Theme Park Express.
What you're saying is today's his engage anniversary.
I am.
No, it might have been yesterday.
That ties in. Yes, he said this happened yesterday. So he didn't want to step on your toes. Congratulations to them. Many years of happiness. All right. And our other pocket pick today comes to us from the guy we were just talking about, Michael Mack. He got to try the Baumkuchen, which is not pronounced correctly, over at Epcot, and let's see what he thinks.
Welcome to Mac Tries a Thing. This has been Mac Tries a Thing.
So I got
Welcome
some
to
scenes insight. Apparently, she does not like dark chocolate, and this turned out to be dark chocolate. So that's why I get that reaction from her. That's pretty.
That was a definite nail. That was Mac's sister?
That is, yes. This was the first ever Mac's Try a Thing.
With wearing a birthday button, it looked like. So
Yeah,
happy birthday to Mac's sister.
Did you get the tweet I sent you as well? That could be a pocket pick if we want.
Let's do that. Sure, why not?
So this is otherwise not that interesting. You know, they had the premiere for Elemental, kind of cool. But the one that I want to focus on is the last photo in this set, where they had walk-around characters of Ember and Wade.
Wow.
Pretty interesting. I would be very curious to see if these end up coming to the Disney parks. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So what do you think of this execution, Doobie?
Wade, I have no problem with. It's kind of weird looking with the head, but, you know, I think it's fine. Ember? That's really scary. I don't know. Something about that arm really is messing me up. What do you think of them?
I think they're pretty good. I like the kind of shine to Wade especially. Yeah, I wonder if these will make it into the parks.
Ember is really bothering me. I gotta be honest. I don't want to see Ember in the park or ever again. All right. That's it for Pocket Picks. But we have one more section to the show. All right, let's do some This Day in Disney History, where we look at what happened on this day in Disney history and try to get Kyle, for most of them, I think we have some here where we're not going to try to get Kyle to guess, but for most of them, try to get Kyle to guess what they were based on his immense encyclopedic knowledge of Disney and some subtle hints. Tony says Wade looks like a crust cavity kid. That's pretty funny. Tony being Tony. All right, you ready, Kyle?
Yes.
On this day in 1934, a beloved Disney character made his screen debut.
Donald the Duck.
Oh, the Duck. There he is.
I was going to give him a middle name, and then I didn't. Yeah, Donald Duck. I was going to wish him a happy birthday, but Mike only likes him when he's angry, so I guess angry birthday.
Do you know the short he debuted in?
No.
Wise Little Hen. The Silly Symphony, Wise Little Hen. Happy birthday, Donald. It's so funny going through thisdayindisneyhistory.com where I get this information from, and so many of the years are just Donald Duck celebrates X birthday. Donald Duck celebrates X birthday. Seems a little redundant. All right, on this day in 1935, a Disney voice. He's also an actor, so he's done some Disney and non-Disney roles, but I think Disney fans mostly know him as a voice. Henry in the Country Bear Jamboree, narrator in the Walt Disney Story back in the day, Lincoln in the Disney World version of Hall of Presidents.
No, I know I should know, but I don't.
His name is Pete Renaday.
Yeah, I didn't know.
1935. Yeah, that wasn't going to come to you. That wasn't fair, Kyle.
That's...
All right, this one you will get because you're this kind of guy. 1951, a composer. Dinosaur, Atlantis, Treasure Planet, Romeo and Juliet, Maleficent, Raya, Jungle Cruise.
No.
Wow.
The only composers I'm like, it's not Giacchino. Romeo and Juliet had Elton John do some songs.
This is James Newton Howard.
Okay.
And I am shocked. I'm surprised, Kyle. I thought you were
I'm sorry.
disappointed. All right. On this day in 1961, an actor was born. It was trending on Twitter earlier today. Thankfully, not because he passed away, but because he was born. 1961, Milo Thatch, Chance and Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey.
Yeah, it's Michael J. Fox.
It is Michael J. Fox, which reminds me to ask you this very important question. What is Michael J. Fox's Hall of Fame role? Which cap is he going to wear going to the Hall of Fame? Alex P. Keaton or Marty McFly?
Marty McFly.
Alex P. Keaton. You could not be more wrong. But thanks for playing. All right. On this day in 1963, this person was born.
1963, you said?
1963. Had a lot of time on TV. Was this earlier this year or last year? I'm not sure, but a lot of time on TV playing himself. But he's more well known as an actor. Lots of roles. One of the great actors of our time. Try not to give it away too much.
No, it's an interesting hint. Spent a lot of time playing himself.
Yes, playing himself on TV, sometimes speaking, sometimes observing, but was on TV a lot.
Huh.
For about a month period.
For a month period.
Dominated the news for that period. Dominated.
Wow. I'm going to feel really stupid when I don't get this. What's another role?
Jack Sparrow.
Oh, Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp is
when he was playing himself on something?
His court, when he was in court. That was on TV constantly.
That's not playing yourself.
I said he was himself.
Okay. You made it sound like he was on like a Matt LeBlanc on episodes sort of a thing.
Tony Betty. Technically, I hear references to McFly every day. The last I heard anything about Alex P. Keaton was the LFO song Summer Girls in 1999.
That's just them stating that Michael J. Fox was Alex P. Keaton. That song is, you need to listen to that song. It's one line of story and then one completely random thing that rhymes with it and has to do with pop culture. It's like, we used to talk a lot, but now we ain't speaking. Michael J. Fox is Alex P. Keaton. When I met you, I said, my name is Rich. You look like a girl from Abercrombie and Fitch. New Kids on the Block had a bunch of hits. Chinese food makes me sick, and I think it's fly when girls stop by for the summer. This is like an Ethan version.
I was going to say, can we get Ethan to do that? That sounds really cool. Tony Betty actually makes a really good point. I might be wrong on the Alex P. Keaton thing.
I forget what the thing is about but they said the great Larry Bird jersey 33. Just random things. Those guys, I think, or at least one of them lives in the center. I think he might not live in Celebration, but like, I know people that used to like know. I think there's only one surviving member, sadly. Yeah,
is this an iconic role? This Hall of Fame role?
Not a Hall of Fame role. No, it's Marty. It's going to be the Marty McFly translucent, or not translucent, but the iridescent hat that's going to wear at Cooperstown if there's a movie.
Is that where the movie role Hall of Fame is?
Yeah, for some reason.
On this day in 1981, an actress was born. I would say a key actress, not certainly a very key actress in one
She's here?
franchise. Huh?
Nothing.
So, an extremely key actress in one franchise and a second tier key actress in another franchise.
Saldana.
Both of these franchises are huge for Disney. So you've got the Star Wars franchise, the MCU franchise. She's in both. 1981.
1981. So she's a little older than I am. Trying to think who's in both of those universes as an actress.
Also narrated Dolphin Reef for Disney Nature.
Oh, well, now. Who's in the Star Wars? Why don't I know things anymore?
This is a.
Why do I know all the lyrics to Summer Girls? And I can't figure this out. This is really showing my focus. It's nope. No, I had it, lost it. That's not it. I don't think.
So dumb.
What? I'm so dumb? Yes, I am.
You're gonna feel very dumb when you.
I'm gonna feel very dumb. Just say it.
Give up.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, that's what I thought. Now, I guess she has a role in the MCU. I wasn't thinking.
Films.
Yeah,
she counts. Natalie Portman.
I was thinking more modern Star Wars.
Oh. Depp played himself on the show Life's Too Short. Okay, that counts too. But I think my court thing worked. Okay, I have this one in here because I'm just such a fan of this lady. Happy birthday to this actress who was the voice of Tinkerbell in those films.
Oh, in those films, Mae Whitman?
Yes, Mae Whitman, who I love.
Do you know who was supposed to do the voice?
No.
The late Brittany Murphy.
Bringing us down, Kyle.
Her?
I love Mae Whitman for her role in Parenthood, one of my favorite series of all time that I've watched start to finish.
She is in Scott Pilgrim versus the World as well.
All right, on this day,
which is why I called her. Yes, Tony. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. On this day in 2005, the Sherman Brothers were inducted into the Songwriting Hall of Fame. What song cap are they wearing to that induction ceremony?
That is a good question. Because for Disney Parks fans, it's going to be Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow.
Right, but they're bigger than that.
For Disney History fans, it's going to be Feed the Birds. But for most people, I'd say like Supercalifragilistic, maybe.
I think it's A Small World.
Yeah, that's a good one. Good all-around one.
I feel like if you say the Sherman Brothers, best Sherman Brothers theme park song, it's going to be Carousel of Progress. But if you say best Sherman Brothers song, most iconic Sherman Brothers song, it's going to be Small World, even though that's a theme park song, which makes no sense, but still, that's how I feel.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
For once.
On this day in 2006, a Pixar movie came out. This one's easy, Kyle.
2006? Is that one Cars?
It's Cars. Didn't even need a synopsis. Way to go. Ka-chow. And finally.
That's when they switched to summer, right? Because they used to always be like later.
I can tell you that.
I don't know.
All right. On this day, I think this may be our first Disney Plus on this day.
Ooh.
That we've done this. On this day in 2021, a show debuted on Disney Plus.
Was it a big show?
Yes.
Okay.
Denzel says Steps in Time.
June 9th, 2021.
I hate that song. You're so wrong, Denzel. June 9th, 2021. Not only, it's a show that I'm pretty sure you love. Maybe your favorite Disney Plus show of all time.
My favorite Disney Plus show of all time is the Mysterious Benedict Society. Is that what it is?
Maybe your second favorite Disney Plus show of all time.
Okay. Prop culture.
Maybe your third.
Give me a hint.
MCU.
Oh. So was this Loki?
Day. in 20.
It was a big show. You're right. That's bigger than the other two I said.
Yes, it's bigger than pop culture. You are one of the
Just by a little bit.
In fact, if I'm not mistaken, Loki is still on Disney Plus.
It is, yes.
I'm not sure that can be said about pop culture, can it?
It cannot.
There you go. Anything else you got for us, Kyle?
No, but it's
10
past 10 o'clock.
happening.
We made it to the 10 o'clock, so let me see. I want to remind everyone that Flamin' Hot is now streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu, and you can check out Alex's review back from when he saw it at South by Southwest. That is available on our site. I also tweeted it out this morning, so if you find it there.
It needs me to wait for her for Flaming Hot because I really want to see that.
Burns good. Let's see if anything else is happening.
I want to remind people while the writer's strike is on and they're trying to fill air, ABC, Steve Harvey's Court, highly recommended.
I saw that last night after ABC News broke into Big Bang Theory reruns.
You saw Steve Harvey's Court? Did you watch any?
I've seen a little bit of it. It's usually on mute, but I've seen parts of it.
One where the guy gets trapped in the cargo van twice in the same night. Oh, that was on again last night. It was so funny.
I'm not seeing anything of note.
Well, it's Friday, so pay attention after 5. You just never know what's going to happen on a Friday evening. All right, guys, we'll be back. Judge Steve Harvey, not Steve Harvey's Court, which is important when you're trying to find it on an alphabetical list. That is important. Judge Steve Harvey.
So anyway, have a great weekend, everyone. Enjoy life.
Yeah, I was reading the Twitter to see if there was something there, and then I saw who the headline was actually from, who the tweet was by, and realized I probably don't need to even click it. All right, thanks for joining us today. I'll be back tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Pacific for Disney Trivia Live with my son Gideon. My wife is out of town, but we're still doing trivia. No adult supervision. This is the one you guys want to watch. And Kyle and I'll be back on Monday. Thanks so much for joining us.
Bye.